What's up, everyone? Today is July 10th. It's Laura's birthday today, our younger sister. She's 21. She's off at her internship, so we're not going to get to see her today. But yesterday was Kendall's birthday. He is 25, so celebrating 2 birthdays this week. Here in the middle of July, we are actually still planting. The air seeder's going today and yesterday, planting some millet and some cover crops after wheat. Today, I'm going to be planting some sunflowers after wheat. I just got the field sprayed this afternoon, and I'm going to change the plates on the planter from milo to sunflowers. So hopefully you guys enjoyed riding along with me today. Glad to have you. All right, you can see behind me my corn growing in my front yard here. We're at my house. And this corn here at my house is looking pretty good. This is pretty good soil here around my house. We have some other fields that are starting to go downhill. We've just had that one rain, that 1.5 inch rain there at the end of June. That's all we've gotten since May. So all of June and then 10 days into July, we've just gotten that one rain. And so there's not a whole lot of moisture left. And so we're gonna need some rain pretty quick. The crops on the good soil are doing okay. The crops on the hills and the knolls and maybe the poorer soil are starting to fade a little bit. And I'll show you what some of those fields look like here at the end of this video, just kind of a crop update. All right, so I took the milo that was left over. It drained out of these bulk tanks up here. But now we've got to change these plates on the planter. And when you take the old plate off, there's still milo in it. And so, I'm gonna put this bag up and catch the milo as it falls out. So I'm gonna put you guys here so you can watch the process. I got the GoPro so that it can capture what I'm doing and I don't have to hold my phone. I am farming in shorts today, so don't judge me too hard. It's pretty hot outside. So first I'm gonna take this outside deal off here, and here's the plate. And so twist it open like that. And we're gonna try to catch the milo as it comes out and put it in the sack. So now the milo's out. This is the old plate. I'm gonna put it back in the box. And then this is the new plate. It says sunflower on it. I don't know if you guys can read that. So we're gonna stick it in there and then we're gonna twist this to close it. And then we're gonna put the cover back on. And that's how we change the plates. So we got 16 plates here on this planter. There's 6 on this side, 6 on the other side, and 4 in the back. And so that's what I'm gonna do here, get it done, and then we're gonna put the seed in. All right, so we got the old plates there. Those are the milo plates. And these are the corn plates that we used earlier. Actually, no, these are the bean plates. These are the bean plates we used earlier before milo. And then we had corn plates. We had corn plates before the beans. So we've used 3 different plates in this Great Plains planter so far. And the last thing we have to do here before we plant is put the seed in. This is sunflower seed. And I'm gonna lower the planter down and then we'll put it up here in the bulk tank. All right, we got the planter loaded with seed, and there was already some fertilizer in it from planting milo, double crop milo. We're only doing about 30 acres of sunflower, so it's not going to take a ton of fertilizer. So we're just going to plant out what we have here. So I'm going to head to the field, and we're going to see if we can get this knocked out tonight. Alright, I got started out here. I've planted 4 acres. I was trying to get the settings right. Changing like the air pressure and the fertilizer settings. I had to change some things on the TopCon monitor here. I had to go in and add sunflowers and change some different things, but I think we're going pretty good now. I'm running out of daylight. Honestly, I meant to get started on this earlier today, so it's going to be kind of dark to film it. But essentially, I'm putting in 30 acres of sunflowers kind of for tourism. It's what I do every year. Plant about 20-30 acres of sunflowers, and then people come and walk through them when they're blooming and looking really nice. And then also, we do harvest them and take them to a bird seed plant in Hutchinson, Kansas. So if you'd like to check out my harvesting video, I've done one last year. You can go watch me harvest sunflowers, and even 2 years ago I did a video harvesting sunflowers on our Peterson Farm channel. We're out here today finishing up this little 30-acre field. Bricanda's gonna shoot some footage of me from outside of the tractor planting, so you guys can kind of see what it looks like. I know you've seen it before with our other crops, but this is actually after some oats, and there's also some drowned out spots where the oats didn't grow, and so that's what you'll see in these next clips. Some of the sunflowers after wheat, some of it's after oats. Alright folks, that's it for plant 21. Planting is always a marathon here on our farm, unlike maybe in the I-states where they only plant for 2 or 3 weeks. They just put their corn and beans in and that's it. We plant for about 3 months instead of 2 or 3 weeks. So we started with corn in April, if you guys have been following us, and then we did full season beans in May-ish. We stretched that into June this year because of the weather. We usually try to plant milo in June, full season milo, and then we switch to wheat harvest, and as we're harvesting wheat, we follow the combines planting double crop milo and soybeans in early July or late June, and then sunflowers and forages kind of here in the middle part of July. July 15th, we don't usually really like to plant anything after July 15th, but up until that point, as long as you get rain here in Kansas, you can grow a pretty good crop. In fact, some people even double crop corn here, which really only works if you have irrigation, if you know you've got the water to grow it, because corn's a lot more expensive to grow. So that's why beans are probably the most popular double crop options, because they're some of the cheapest things, easiest things to put in, and forages. Forages are also nice for us because you can put in forages, and then if it doesn't rain and they only grow halfway, you can still harvest them for forage. All right, so wanted to show you guys the sunflower seeds in the ground here. I dug a few up. This is what I planted before, so they're actually already sprouting. So we'll cover those back up. So I was talking earlier, you know, we had wheat up on the hill here, and then we had oats down here in this low area. This has been a really tough field to try to make decisions on, because it's almost always too wet and the hill's almost always too dry, and the hill actually leaches down onto this low area. And so we have trouble, you know, planting it too wet and harvesting it too wet. And then, you know, crops drown out. You saw where Brookanna was filming me. It was looked like it was kind of wasteland because the oats didn't grow there because it was too wet. So what we've done with this lower area is we're just trying to grow some low cost, low fertilized crops. And since I'm doing these sunflowers mainly for tourism, I did not fertilize some of the areas where the sunflowers maybe aren't going to grow very well, or might be too wet. And so that just keeps the cost low, keeps your risk lower. And that's kind of just precision farming. You know, basically you want to grow a crop where it's the best place to grow it, and you want to fertilize it the best rate that you can. And so there's all these different variables and all these different decisions you have to make on each field throughout your farm, and every farm is different around the United States, around Kansas. And so, you know, before you go in the comments of our videos or other people's videos saying they're doing it wrong, or, you know, you do it differently or whatever, just remember that you have no idea all the variables that farmer is taking into account. You don't know what it's like exactly where they are unless you're their next door neighbor. And you know, people have given us a hard time all planting this year, saying that, why are you guys still planting? It's June. Well, now it's July and we're still planting. And yeah, this is pretty normal for us. Hope you guys can learn a little bit about Central Kansas farming as you follow us. I promise you we're not doing it wrong. But we're not 100% perfect either. So I don't want you to not comment. I don't want you to not criticize, because we do learn some things from comments, and we learn how it's done other places. I like to hear other people's opinions. Just don't criticize in a, you know, negative, look down upon way. Just try to learn from each other. That's the whole point of farming and YouTube and the internet, social media. It doesn't have to be tearing each other down. Let's make it be about learning from each other. All right, hope you guys enjoyed following us all through Plant 21, all 3 months of it. We look forward to you following us as we start harvest in September with corn. Of course, we'll be harvesting hay and some other things throughout the summer, but it's been a good run. We'll see you guys next time.